welcome back to Traffic Talks. I hope you are doing well, that you've had a good weekend, and that you are taking on this week of this new month with renewed energy, because honestly, I think we all need it by this point. This episode is about the public holiday once again that passed. I think public holidays or just celebrated days is like the theme of the past 2 weeks and will be next week's one with Mother's Day coming up. In case you'd forgotten, it's Mother's Day next week Sunday. Please don't forget. That aside, I needed to once again look up what this holiday is. Firstly, because I don't even remember learning about it in school properly, and that's just my lack of taking history because it's a lot of work. Like, I'm not going through that. But secondly, because I honestly just don't know what it's about, yet we get a day off. This year, they cheated us. Like, it was a Saturday, so you don't get a rollover, you don't get a Monday, you don't get a Friday, you got nothing. If you're working Saturday, you got time and off. But furthermore, everyone else got nothing. Just nothing. Anyway, I looked up the meaning, and the meaning is as follows. In South Africa, Workers' Day celebrates the role played by trade unions, the Communist Party, and other labor movements in the struggle against apartheid. Following the first democratic elections in South Africa in 1994, May 1st was inaugurated as an official national public holiday. Basically meaning we have the 1st of May as a national public holiday, which is great. But once again, we've brought up the fight against apartheid and trade unions and communist parties and all sorts of things that are honestly still alive and kicking, even if they are a bit down and out at the moment. And personally, the race issue has been brought to light so many times. I mentioned it last week with the George Floyd case. We are still dealing with racism, and it's not something people are going to get over unless people start learning about why it's so wrong. Like, have we not grasped that it is wrong? We've got all sorts of things that have people trying to fix the mistakes of the past, and that is also being corrupted. I don't get it. And something that people need to realize is we need to acknowledge the past, make amends, and move forward. It has gone on far too long, and enough is enough. It's like watching two children sit across from one another, be upset, not apologize to one another for their bad behavior, and we are the ones waiting around for them to apologize so we can just freaking move on with our lives, and they aren't getting on with the situation. Like, that is exactly what it feels like, and it's a frustration because no one sees it that way. No one sees it as such a juvenile thing to judge another person literally based on the color of their skin, which is something they can't control. Their parents can't control. There are all sorts of genetics and DNAs and all sorts of things that determine the outcome that no one has control over. And to think that you are separated and segregated because of something as trivial as your skin color is insane to me. Like, it literally makes no sense. And then we have all these scandals of people doing all sorts of skin creams and pulls and dermatological treatments and to lighten their skin, and then other people judge them because of that. I'm just like, can we stop? Like, can we just stop judging people based on nonsense? When is it gonna end? Because I'm so over it. I mean, I remember getting looks from people in the streets walking with different friends, and these were old people. Like, you can still see the apartheid mottos on their forehead. Can we not? Have we not grown? Have we not learnt? Have we not tried to fix the mistakes of the past by being better people in the present and for the future? Have we not grown? I understand our democracy is young. We were young, dumb, broke, and making mistakes. I get it. But have we not grown? Have we not learned? This is getting preachy. I'm going to move on. I will say, the only thing that does console me when it comes to these old people that have these issues about them, and I've said this to my friends several times, they know it. My thing is, they're old, they're gonna die with their old ways, and they're still gonna be miserable. Like, it's fine. We're young, we can change the future. Like, let's move on. So that's it in a nutshell. I will say, having to actually look up and read articles on it was fairly interesting. I'm not going to bore you with the details, but something I think we can all do, and that's probably the lesson I will say of this week, is look at your past in whatever context you need it most. So whatever issue you're struggling with, look at your past in that perspective. So if it's a relationship, look at your past relationships, including that of your parents and your grandparents. You never know what you're going to find. Trust me, been there, done that, hot mess. Not touching it with a 10-foot pole. If it's something like your finances, look at your history, look at your family's history, look at your economic history of your country. Because sometimes you don't even realize things affect you. Especially for me, being a Cape Townian, things are much slower. Whereas if you are someone who's from Joburg, you burn money fast, you spend money fast, you make money fast. Like, that is just the difference. And it's got nothing to do with who you are. That happens to just be circumstance. Sometimes it maybe is you and not your circumstance, and you just like to blow your money when you get it. I understand. That is what we call a Black Friday weekend. Save up and then spend. You know this. Getting back on track. Looking back at your past, or whatever past you need to consider, do that. You never know what you might learn, and sometimes you may even learn something you weren't intending to learn, especially because that might just be exactly what you need to help you make a decision and move forward. Look at the past, learn from it, use what you can, because you don't need to fall into the same mistakes to learn the same lesson. You can watch it from afar without breaking a leg to know that's something stupid to do. I'm spiraling here, so I'm going to cut you off there and say I hope you had a fabulous Workers' Day. Hope you had a good weekend, and I hope this week is good. In case you need a reminder, you have until Saturday to get your gift for Mother's Day on Sunday, and I will see you in next week's episode. The song of the week is Dolly Parton, 9 to 5, because duh, that is the song. It's the workers' anthem. You can't. There's no other way. And I know I've used the song before, so just calm down. I'm well aware of it. But it's such a good song. You know the saying. So nice you play it twice. Keep being a better being. That's now my new thing. Sorry if you don't like it, you're stuck with it. Love you. Bye.